mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100. Hey, you know these checking for me in the DMs, getting for me. I ain't even took a dollar out my pocket and the still shaking for me. And I'm frosted like Tony in the club with the owner. I can walk on water, pop it like.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos.
Keep kicking you the ball.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Oh, that's classics.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Oh, you wasn't confident in it? Oh, shit.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 30.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right. And that's caught inside the 35. They're all the way home for a Broncos score.
I do that shit all over
here. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Right.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Turn into what you call it, tight end.
Gotta go.
They go play action here on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Ain't nobody running my play.
32 that time.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a pickup of 4 and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down, Trubisky steps away to his left. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Good play. Shit, come on.
Out of the gun, Trubisky.
Butler.
And he finds his man.
Come
That's
on,
Butler. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now Gordon on first down. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down.
They really only got that nigga with one hand.
The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside.
They really got
that perimeter, but not a whole lot
you know
of
that's
room
my
there,
first
but
time
there's got to
seeing
be
that.
one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They tripping.
Let's go.
With the nub, he catch it with the nub. I bet.
Play action. It's Trubisky. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Trubisky to throw.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Touchdown,
Let's go.
Buffalo.
DJ Chark.
DJ Chark with touchdown number 7
I know you
on the
didn't. I stick to
year.
it.
And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there.
Call timeout.
He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Cut off again. You hear me? Hey, you hear me slamming the button?
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Oh, you about to hate me. Oh, no. I got to play smart. I threw 4 or 5 interceptions
onto the
last game.
field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now Jackson on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Talking about my user or the other side?
Don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried.
Oh, that's
that ball
Khalil
had
Mack.
to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Line of scrimmage again. The 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Ooh. God.
And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far.
Oh, you know
They've got it first and goal at the 6.
But shit, you ain't gonna be able to play.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
That bush.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Pick the wrong play.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. He's going to get it running right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
I'm struggling with that too. I got a goddamn
3 yards here.
Nice ass running back, but he only 88 speed. I was trying to build him, but I can't break open.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver
My shit lagged. You look at my shit lagged.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6.
But they decided to run it
I don't
in
even play this
and
game
get
with
it
this
done
shit.
on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
The kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his
Last
ledger.
game didn't lag not
How
one.
does the kickoff
Game
unit
before
as
that
they
didn't
run
lag
up
not
and
one.
send this one away? This is fielded
Put
a couple yards.
trash ass internet. That's what it is.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good
That
here
beast.
at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense
It's
coming
only
out
92.
ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
What?
When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going underneath for Gordon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Are you jiggling the cord or something?
In there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
18.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
18. Hey, gotta go.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Cheated me on the last
One
game.
team on now as this one's sent away.
I said he cheated me on the last game.
Here's Austin.
Baby, you can't just walk in front of the TV.
You
can go now.
Return that time. 18 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can
That's
you?
one
I
of the
mean, this is the way
requirements of
you
being in a
practice it. This is the way
relationship.
you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So here's
Nah,
a
for the
1st
longest I
and
ain't
10
smoked.
at
You know
the
why I started
38.
smoking? Yo, goddamn auntie.
Let's go. Green, 39.
throwing on first down. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right.
Remember, injury zone now.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second
Okay.
down.
All right.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
Yeah, man, you know you only get max 2.
28 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right
only
there
get
that show
2.
you why he's the
What's
number
up,
3
money?
man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 26-yard line.
3-19.
From the gun, Jackson. And an alley to run. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4.
Oh, you want to play smart.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for. Gordon loses the football.
Come on now.
The Broncos say they have it. They do. So the defense...
I hope so, shit, because he damn sure was on the goddamn crowd. That shit gonna piss me off if they don't.
Opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit.
Okay, I was about to say.
So many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In
Yeah, I
this
was about
case,
to be so
just
pissed.
get credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
I don't know about that. I done seen some shit I thought they were gonna review and they
Here's
didn't.
2nd and 7 now from the 28.
18. Gotta go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky.
Let's go. Oh,
And
come
the hit
on.
jarred
Shit.
and loose. It's incomplete.
That was very well timed.
Damn, this nigga got hurt the last
It's not a bad
game.
throw, but the collision came at the exact
Brown.
time he was reaching to bring in the
Line-
football.
lineman.
Really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Okay.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been
Yeah,
okay,
oh.
2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Trubisky will throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he
Damn,
shut off the
look that
end
nigga
running
off the
Jude.
ground.
Good little gain there. Not a
You get
whole
your
lot
ass
of
back in
real
there.
estate, but a nice carry. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver
right
after this. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
You got to earn this.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Oh, nifty juke there.
Get it.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Trubisky now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter,
that spin move ain't moving no more. They
think
don't
about
patch
big
that
breakers,
shit.
don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd
no
down.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Shit, I'm surprised you're going to school.
Hey, 18.
Yeah.
Hey, 18.
Here's Trubisky to throw.
Send it.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try.
I want to do it so bad.
Available there for him.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there
No.
can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Detroit! Here we go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
You didn't throw that low. That's going to be a
go
mistake.
back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and the 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And his pass incomplete.
They coming
I
for
don't
him.
sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You ain't notice I'm switching them back and forth from linebacker to defensive end.
Set. 3-19.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
His last one.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go now. Green.
Jackson on 1st down. And an alley to run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
You could have got a playoff.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Jackson now. Forced out to his left.
No, come on.
Incomplete. Both players had a shot at
They would have given it to me.
Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
All right, here we go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And they'll get this one about the 20-yard line.
Hey, as long as you throw it to the outside, that's all I care about.
We're going to get right back to it. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
We have something left over, babe?
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Everybody else got
the inaugural drive of the second half.
Switch it up.
Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is.
Hey, you see Cook's got them breads on.
This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Trubisky finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Oh, control
and they'll bring it down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Had to switch controllers real quick. We had some left over, right? What? Oh, you got it.
Yeah. It was right here, this corner.
Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. Here, use this one. Don't use that one.
I already got one.
Oh shit.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Set the block over there and still didn't stop.
In there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
What's going on?
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. A hit as he throws
He was open. It was open.
Offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Let's go.
This is fielded inside the 5. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said,
I hit stick so hard, I think I broke my damn controller.
We got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Being chased out left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the up. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 41 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
They'll run it here with Burrow. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now it's Jackson. Open man is Samuel, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 3rd down, that's Grant. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Offensive takeoff.
And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board.
That's what it took me out when you called him.
But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
All right, let's go ahead and switch
now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky.
Oh, no.
Back to the line of
I hate when I get caught on the line.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here.
I always would try to look for that
shit.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now it's Trubisky, buying time to his left.
Let's
and
go.
Complete to Zach Ertz.
Let's go.
That his first catch so
I got
far.
Some
They held him
Trubisky
under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the handoff comes to Gordon.
Get. God.
He's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
You know that was touchdown by broke loose.
5 yards
God.
is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him,
Come on,
you and I
man.
both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, lock in.
Let's go. There you go. Come on. Yep, I got a lot of time. You ready?
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across
They ain't gonna give me the
line
inch,
until
bro.
the ball moves.
They ain't gonna give me the inch.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Welcome back now to Denver.
I'm on my
The Bills
tippy
have the
toes right
football,
now.
but
Like, they
trail
gonna give me
here
that?
as we begin
Yes.
quarter number 4.
Yeah.
A toss play, Gordon. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins.
You know,
with the guy
you
taking
know
the
where I
snap
got that
and
shit
turn around
from?
and tossing it to the
And I
runner.
just
But
been
where the
changing it.
real intrigue
Was
is,
Marcus.
Can they seal the edge? Whether it's
But that was the
offensive
only play he
tackle or a
did
tight
because
end
so
in
I
the
figured out how to
direction they
stop
wanna
it. But I
run
was
the
like,
football.
shit, I'm gonna
If
mix
they
that
do
bitch
that,
in.
that's the result that you gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now Trubisky. They'll roll him out. Now Trubisky.
No,
lost the
get
football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and
Come
give
on.
it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back.
That messed
Because
me up right there.
this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's the 88 speed
Now
nigga I was telling
Trubisky
you.
on 3rd and long. This is caught. It's Cooks. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Lock in.
On 1st down, Trubisky steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Into double
I
coverage,
threw
and
that
it's
shit too
intercepted.
soon.
Picked off by Ryan
That was my
Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Detroit!
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Gun!
Jackson from the shotgun. And incomplete there.
That boy,
a nice
hey, that boy
hit,
pushed you
jars the ball
violently.
free and brings up 3rd down.
That boy pushed you violently.
Idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. Taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete. The contact made the ball.
I try to use it that motherfucker.
4th down.
Oh, you gonna do
the
like
lead here
that?
in the 4th.
Okay.
They're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it.
Thank you. Thank you.
On 4th, but this one is going to wind up
Thank
incomplete. I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was.
I know you should have gave me a little more respect.
Some teachers feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say,
First down, first play.
Go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Now a toss right side. It's good. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Let's go.
The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How they got it so successful.
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he takes it in across the chalk.
See, that nigga got hurt again. That's the second. He done got hurt every game. I'm gonna have to bench this nigga.
And the Bills have cut it to within a score. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there.
I told you.
Well done, well executed.
Yeah.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Let's go. Man, up. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Fight 51. Quit talking about it. Let's bring it. Say.
They're going to give it to Gordon.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this
keep your ass
down
in
a little
there,
bit further.
Man, you see, you didn't want to get respect, man.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick.
Let's go. Let's go. No!
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here.
That was my chance right there. I tried to catch your ass off guard, motherfucker.
But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10
good
before
game.
you touch
Good
it.
game. Good game. Good game. Oh, it ain't over yet. I just picked the wrong goddamn play.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Careless with the football.
Let's go.
He also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And
let's go.
Watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember traffic, turbulence, people around you. two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing
he keeps spinning the wrong way. He needs to spin inside.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Let's go. Come on, come on, come on.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
That would.
Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I'll take
so
them.
The defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Boy, if that shit turned off.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be in a
Go, 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 go.
That means is
in there.
his ability to
What?
read,
They give it to
react, and
me.
make a play.
Can I challenge that?
He looked like one of those guys.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I can't believe they did not give that to me, my nigga. I cannot believe they did not give that to me.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
Oh, boy.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2.
Why? I want to be up 2? Or do I want to be up 3?
Here's Trubisky. And incomplete.
I don't know why I didn't run that bitch. I've been successful running that shit in.
Make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Able to spin free.
Ooh, I'm trying to hit sticks. I'm trying to strip his stick. I'm pressing everybody.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. Over the middle, it hits Austin.
I knew I was going to see
not before getting this inside the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Shit, he won the first one. He didn't know how to act.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Now it's your game to lose.
Taken the lead
Now it's your
final minute.
this look.
I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them
Your
in
game to
front
lose
here,
now.
but you got to rally your kick team, don't you? And say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is
All
guys get over
timeouts.
eager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for two.
All right, here we go.
Jackson to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a
It don't matter
two-point
if you didn't
conversion,
catch
but
it. I just wanted him not
as
to
a
catch
former
it.
DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking.
Run that
Well,
shit
if he
all
had
the way.
hands, he'd be playing
All the way.
offense.
Ooh, you didn't want to give me a chance. Huh?
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And now out come the Bills. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
What the fuck was that?
It's intercepted.
You see that bullshit?
Here the 29, and they will take over
What
at
the?
29
He was
yard
open.
line. Just a little bit of a
I threw it to the
rough
old
stretch. 6
side.
interceptions
Man,
now
that was that
in these
Madden
last
shit
2 weeks
right there.
combined.
I know the easy thing is to go.
I cannot believe that just happened, bro. Man, just need that shit. Just need that shit. Fuck.
To mechanics,
I cannot believe that just
Is he
happened.
getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense?
Yeah,
Has the
he's
scouting
open to the
report changed and
outside.
they're showing him things different than what he expected. For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong place.
I felt
He
that just
better
crushed
figure
my soul.
whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
They played so good.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. And that could seal it.
I didn't
It's
even pick a
touchdown.
defense. I just
And that
let the game
touchdown
play
should
by
make
his
you
guy.
feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
I pressed every button perfect. Shit.
From the gun, Jackson. Throwing middle,
I
but it's
threw it
incomplete.
perfect.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though,
I
they
threw
were
that
ready.
shit
And
perfect.
I think that in most places on the field,
Listen.
if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free. And you'll
I
find
didn't
an
need to
open
set my
receiver.
feet. I'm fucking
Condensed,
91
near the goal
overall
line
on
a
running,
two-point conversion.
run passing.
All that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bills getting set to go. They can't do much at this
Oh,
point,
that
partner.
shit
This
just
one
pissed
is
me
going to go
off.
down in the loss column.
You don't make up for
And
what has
I
happened
noticed
during
this
the
shit,
game.
too.
In
Let me
this
tell you what I
sequence
noticed.
here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And that is
When you get a good streak
So
on
17
on
seconds
user
down
games,
on the clock here.
ranked games,
This defense is continuing to contest
that shit will just
every
cut off
deep
when you
ball
in the middle
that
of
is
a
thrown downfield.
so you don't
Look,
get
it doesn't
streak,
matter whether
high
you're playing
streak.
man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on
Man,
man.
that shit done happened
and
to
you
me so
gotta
many
trust
times.
yourself
I
and
won
go up in
3
that
games in
moment
a
of
row.
truth and make a play on
Winning the
football.
4th one, that shit disconnected from EA.
So second down, still
Bro, I
10
can't
yards to go.
believe
Ball
that
on the
shit just
43.
happened.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And what are the whistles for? Timeout.
Shit, might as well.
So they'll stop the clock here
Shit,
in a
garbage
game
is
that's
a
been
motherfucker.
decided in the closing seconds. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And it's incomplete. Clock now showing 0:05. That's all we have left here in the fourth.
I felt like it, bro. I felt like it. I don't quit, bro. I be taking my L's. I don't even know what to pick. It
So
don't
now
even matter.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion on
It
first
don't even
down.
matter.
Lock in. 18.
One last shot for Trubisky. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a
It ain't
chance.
gonna happen. I'll tell you now, it ain't gonna happen.
They're going to give it to Gordon. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little
Shit,
bit further.
the time it take for me to fucking get the fucking ball back, it's gonna be 2 seconds right there. What happened?
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
Goddamn motherfucker.
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And play is stopped here.
God, they ain't let me pause
It's
that
the
shit.
defense calling the timeout here.
I'll try to
It'll be their
concede
third and
defeat. They
final
won't let me
timeout,
do
so as
that
they
shit.
talk things over, we'll step aside. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
I wish he was injured. I wish I was injured.
Sack back around the 8.
I cannot believe that shit.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Denver, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
queen. Dagger.
I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russian, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they touch, my neck and my belly, they calling for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, big Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on the, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you, my shawty pull